Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Siphokazi William, and today I'm going to be doing a mini styling, how-to and review for this amazing hair. And the one thing that excites me about this hair is the fact that Missy, ma'am over here on my head, is a La Synthetica wig, and you could literally never tell. I posted a picture on my Instagram about a week or so ago, and she looks so good, like no one could even clock her basically. So the hair was sent to me by BELLO Beauty SA. The video is not sponsored because they just reached out to me on Instagram, and then they're like, basically they have this motto of wanting to cater for the girls who don't want to spend too much coin but want to have a wig that looks realistic and looks good and all that. So I was like, okay, cool, send me a wig, let's go for it, let me try it out and all of that. So yes, I'm very excited. Thanks to them for sending me this hair, and I'm just excited to give you guys a review of it and let you guys know how it has been wearing it. So if you want to see more information about the hair and how I installed it and all that, then carry on watching. Okay, so we're going to start off with the details of the wig. I just want to show you guys the packaging, which I think is so simple and cute at the same time. I like the fact that it's a bag. I've noticed now that when I get a wig with a bag, it's so much easier for me because I don't have wig stands to store the wigs in, so I can just put it straight back into the bag. So it came in the bag, and it came as the wig, obviously, with a net over it and all that. We'll get into that in a second. It also came with a net wig cap. You know, like all the other hair I receive, I always receive something extra, you know, that pertains to hair. So that is that. And then the hair itself, it came in the net, like I said, and it is a curly texture. So I chose their blonde shell wig, which a few of the specifications for the wig are that it's 100% heat resistant, fiber made synthetic wig. It is 26 inches. I can straighten or curl it. Max heat is 160 degrees. It is a lace frontal, and it fits any head size. They say it's soft and natural. It adjusts. It has the adjustable straps, which I'm showing you guys right now. It is washable as well, and it is a high quality synthetic material. So when they first approached me, they sent me a message on Instagram, and they're just like, hey, we have a couple of, like, you know, synthetic wigs, and we really want to showcase this for the girls who can't spend all that much coin on your human hair wigs, and our wigs are really good quality. And I was like, okay, cool, let me try this out, let me give it a chance. Literally, this video is not even sponsored. I was just like, okay, let's just send the hair, let me go ahead, play with it, see what I can do, see what it does, and you know, all that stuff. So this is the wig that I chose, as you guys can see. I'm going to get into other details about it, like the pricing and all of that, as we go on. But basically, I want to straighten the wig, so it does come a little bit curly. As you can see, it's really long. 26 inches is extremely long. I do want to straighten it so we can see how versatile it is and how much you can work with it. But what I've done is, last night I just put it on using some Ghost Bond glue, which I've started using. I got this for 95 Rand at the store that I always go to in Sandton. It's going to be in a vlog soon. The store is actually going to be in, I'm going to put them in a vlog and all of that. But yeah, the wig itself retails for $77, which on the site in rands is 1,145 Rand, if I'm not mistaken. Also, they do sell in South Africa, so I think it's a UK based company, but they do sell in South Africa, and they're pretty quick with like shipping and making the wig and all that, which was very impressive in my opinion. This wig is $77, and it is blonde. So blonde is also usually more costly when you're buying wigs, so the blonde can go up to like $350, whereas this, literally, I can't say it enough, it is $77, which is insane. So it's just 1,000 Rand. But also, looking through the website, I saw that they have a whole bunch of wigs that look amazing. Some of them are like 500 Rand, 600 Rand, and they're also long length and things like that. So I just feel like they have such a variety. I'm not gonna lie, I'm extremely impressed just by the fact that they're selling synthetic wigs that look so like human hair. So far it feels like human hair and all that, and it's just it's just doing the most. I'm very impressed by the fact that they're doing this. Also, I like the idea of saving money, getting a synthetic wig, and you know, it's still gonna look as good as the real one. Ain't nobody gonna know, you know what I mean? So yeah, so what we are going to do today is I'm going to try and make the hairline look a bit more natural. There are some flaps that obviously didn't stick on and I didn't cut off properly, so we're going to fix those. I'm going to accentuate this line. I did use the fake bald, you know, cap method underneath because I wanted this to last, and I have my hair in cornrows. You would know that if you follow me on Instagram because I posted a picture. So we're just going to start by fixing up the frontal and this middle path line, opening it up a bit more, and then we're going to go into straightening the hair. So like I said, I did glue this down with Ghost Bond. This is only my second time using Ghost Bond. As you guys know, sorry, I'm just looking for tools. As you guys know, I am like a got-to-be glue girl, and I have been for a while, but then I was like, it costs so much, especially in South Africa. It's like 400 rand with shipping, and I was like, you know what, I need to try and find Ghost Bond, because a lot of people that I follow on Instagram that do hair, a lot of them use Ghost Bond and it looks really good. It looks like it holds, and I want a glue that's gonna last, because the problem with got2b is that it is not waterproof. So as soon as I sweat or anything, it starts to crumble, and then almost every day I have to keep fixing it up. So I'm hoping with this Ghost Bond I don't have to. But looking right now, I put this on last night. It seems to be holding on pretty tight. So yeah, I think that so far it's doing very well. Up here, I feel like the lace is glued on very well. I just want to cut off these extra flaps on the side. So I'm just going to take a clip and roll this hair back. And yeah, so as you can see, this is a lace frontal, so all the way from ear to ear, and I didn't have to cut off any extra lace on the sides. It literally fit me perfectly. I guess I was just lucky. I haven't done the straps yet because I was sleeping, so I haven't pulled the straps in right now. So this is what the wig looks like, just glued down. I just want to be cutting off these extra pieces of lace. Another thing I do want to talk about, however, is obviously I have to be super honest, is that I did try to bleach the knots. The knots, but I didn't know that you can't bleach synthetic knots. So that's that. And then as far as like, what is this? As far as like actually plucking the wig, I didn't do too much. I actually used a shear cutter to try and get a lot of the hair out because I wasn't able to really pluck it, but the hairline does come pretty natural. So this is more or less what the hairline came like, because I didn't really get to pluck anything all that much. So these flaps I'm going to glue down. I'm going to show you guys how I do that in a second. Okay, also shout out to me for finally buying hair scissors. They cost like 100 or something rand at Discount, and I wasn't too pleased about that price, but then I was like, I do so much like hair stuff that I might as well. So I'm going to take the glue. The glue comes with a little nozzle thing. It's already a bit dirty, but I'm going to try and take glue onto my rat tail comb at the back of it. I have a different one that's more rounded at the end, but I can't find it, so I'm going to have to use this straight cut one. And then I'm going to take some glue and try and put it underneath those flaps of the wig. You guys can see this is ashy. We're going to get rid of this ashiness in a second. We're going to get there. But let's just glue this down. So I have to wait for the glue to be clear before I can really press the lace in. So I'm just going to put the glue there for now. And then do the same down here. This is flapping off a little bit. So a method that I saw people doing to basically bleach the knots on a synthetic wig was putting on like spray tan that's close to their skin color and things like that. But then I was like, I'm not going to do that. So instead I just blotted my foundation all over it, and I used my Urban Decay All Nighter foundation because it is a little bit too light for me, and it oxidizes orange, and it's just a whole bunch of problems. So it's not a foundation that I use every day, so I didn't mind doing that. Okay, so this glue is like kind of clear. Just gonna have to put that down. Just press it down with the comb. This is clear. Gonna press down. And then what I like to do to just basically bring out middle parts and things like that when I don't go in and pluck it is use a super dry concealer. So concealer basically that's like old. I go in with my NYX HD concealer, and it's so light. It's in the color Glow, as you can see. This is definitely nowhere near my shade. This is not even my highlighting color. But once you put it on the wig, it works out so well. Also, it's very dry because it's like old and finished, almost finished. So I just go in with an angled brush and I start to dot that on. See that? Just to make the part look like more visible. This is a method I started using when I had this wig and I didn't have time to pluck it and I really wanted to wear it like the next day. So I was just like, meh, I'm gonna have to conceal. But then the problem I used to find with concealers is that they were too wet and it would just look horrible when you put too much on. So I realized that the drier the concealer is, the better. So I suppose you could use like concealers that come in like little pots as well, that are more creamy than liquid. So I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, so now we are going to clean up, and I'm going to be using straight up acetone from Dischem, but this is literally just like 19 Rand, I believe, so it's not that bad. Also, it helps clean up glue, and then cotton buds, and you guys know I always talk about saving the environment. Like, I'm serious about that. So these are made from, I think this is like paper, but they're recyclable paper. Yeah, they're paper, recyclable paper cotton buds instead of the plastic ones. So just take some in the acetone on a cotton bud, and I'm gonna go around the hairline to basically just clean up any glue that's like on my actual skin instead of just the lace. So you can see here there's quite a bit of glue. Okay, so this is what everything looks like. This side we still need to let that settle down, but this is the rest of it. Literally looks so natural, like. Okay, so now I'm just gonna get those adjustable straps. They're literally right here, and then I'm going to clip them in. I don't need to tie them too tight because they already like fit my head perfectly, so it's just about clipping them together at this point. Firstly, I'm going to be straightening at 160 degrees like they indicate on the packaging. Also, like they indicated on this website. Also, there are wash instructions that I showed to you guys at the beginning, and they tell you exactly how to wash each wig specifically, like what water to use, what kind of shampoo, and all those things. Like I said, I did try to bleach the knots, but I didn't get the hair all wet, only the little bit in front, so I didn't have to really worry about the rest of it drying. So they do say with this hair you need to comb with a wide tooth comb. So I just want to show you a little bit of how long and how much hair there is. So it's not like a thin wig, it's got quite a high density. So I do need to brush out this hair before I start straightening it, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I am using a wide tooth comb. I do have a wider tooth comb, but I can't find it at the moment. So yeah, but the one thing I will say is that obviously it is still synthetic hair, so it does tangle a little easier than non-synthetic hair. Also because it's blonde, blonde is like susceptible to tangling very easily. I know this from last year, so I can compare the blonde that I had last year to this one, like the human hair blonde to this one, and it's not like vastly different in the amount of tangling, but it does tangle a bit quicker than that one. So I'm just going to comb the hair out, and then I'm going to section it the way I always do when I'm straightening my hair, and then we're going to start with like one side and go down. So I've sectioned out the hair in half, and I've got my first small section. I want us to test together. I'm going to try and use my really fine rack tail comb to straighten the hair. I want us to just see what happens together, because obviously this is my first time straightening it too. They do say on the website that it is heat resistant, so you can straighten it up to 160 degrees Celsius. So let's just go for it. Let's just see. That piece should not be here. Okay. Oh, it looks good. The texture is still very smooth. I like the way it feels when it's straight. I don't know how to explain it. It just feels different. Like you can see it. Try and get it in the frame. Okay, so I'm just going to straighten the hair and then get back to you guys with my final thoughts. Okay, so I have been wearing this wig for about a week now, I'd say, if not more. It's probably a little bit more than a week, and I have been loving it. Firstly, she's 26 inches, so she's like super long, and you know, she's just out here. She's being extra, she's doing the most, and I really love that. You guys have seen me snapping with this hair a little bit. You saw the Instagram picture I spoke about earlier and all that, so I really have been enjoying the hair. I would definitely say though, obviously it's a little bit different from wearing your human hair. Like this hair does require a lot more maintenance. It's definitely not the hair that you can just jump into bed with. You definitely have to have your silk scarf on if you have the hair like glued down. You have to be extra protective. Also, it's blonde, so blonde really tends to dry up, so there's just things like that that you have to be mindful of, which you should be doing for your normal wigs, but we all know because it's human hair, we're like, it can handle it. So you just have to be mindful of things like that. But otherwise, I really enjoyed wearing this wig. I love the texture, I love the way it looks, I love the fact that she's unclockable as a synthetic wig. Like no one could tell, and the pricing is really a really great selling point here. So I did mention all the prices and all that stuff, so you're saving like so much money on a wig that looks so good. It is 100% worth it all the way. So I'm really glad that BELLO Beauty did reach out to me on Instagram to send me this hair so that I can give you guys options if you guys want to save coin. We know on this channel we talk about saving money, so I really hope you guys enjoyed that. I really hope you guys actually think about it. If you want to save money and you don't want to break bank for it, I think this is perfect, especially if you're a student, because I know switching from working to being a full-time student, there's a lot of things I've had to cut back on. So yes, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below if you like the hair. Also, if you could clock that she was a synthetic wig, let me know. I really want to know if you guys could actually clock it. If you actually, now that you're seeing me and me telling you guys that it's synthetic, do you still believe it 100%? Do you still feel like, she looks like it or not? Let me know, and don't forget to like this video. Also subscribe to my channel, turn on your post notifications, and I'll see you in the next one. Yeah.